My ashtray in my car caught fire today.
Did it?
Yes, it was like I dumped a pipe out
Yeah.
because it was a relatively new cob, and I was getting down to where it was tasting like wood. I gave it a few more chugs and then tapped it into the ashtray. And as I'm reloading the pipe, I look over and that thing was, I'm seeing embers spreading across the top of the ashtray. So, my ashtray is filled with ash, but a fair amount of dottle. And that dottle was all in the process of catching fire. So I took my tamper and tamped it down, and that killed it. But I was fully prepared to pour some pop or to take it out.
Tampers, is there anything they can't do?
Apparently not. Hey, Scott from Aristocob.com here.
And Seth from theshrinkingpastor.com.
Together, the three of us, we are Mark Woodman's Breakfast Club. Welcome back once again. Good morning, boy.
Good morning, Homer.
It's Tobacco Advent.
Yes, it is.
This is our countdown to Christmas, and let's just go ahead and get right to the tobacco. How about that?
So what are we smoking today?
Well, we're going to smoke something from Thom, TheeDiabeticMan. TheeDiabeticMan. Thom has sent us... Well, Thom, why don't you tell us what you've sent us?
Good morning and Merry Christmas. This is what waking up about 10 minutes ago and procrastination looks like. I agreed to be in the Markwood Men's Breakfast Club Tobacco Advent. And today is the day we're celebrating Christmas at my house, Sunday the 18th. I figured, you know what, I should probably do my video before I completely forget again. Thanks, boy. Thanks, Scott, Homer, Hollywood, for having me be in this and forgiving me for not making a video. My two cats are coming to say hello. Alright, so I sent you my least favorite blend by Mac Baren. It's at least the least favorite blend that I've tried. It's not my least favorite blend ever, but Plum Cake. Hate it. Smells good. Sells really well. Has some pretty good reviews, and it tastes like a hot mess. It is just hot and gross. I have tried numerous times. I did reviews on it a while ago. And hated it. Bought a tin as recently as 2 or 3 weeks ago and hated it. So, Mac Baren Plum Cake. Hate it.
Do you recall ever having plum cake?
I think that we have, but I don't remember it specifically. It sounds familiar.
Hmm.
It's got a strong-ish smell.
Strongish, yes. No idea what is in this.
Nope.
But we're just going to give it the old college try.
We'll find out while we keep packing our pipes.
I went to a trade school.
Huh? College try?
We're going to give it the old college try. I went to a trade school.
Right. That's where they don't have to try as long, right?
That's right.
They try for half the time.
Where are the matches?
Right here.
All right.
While we lighten these up, Tom, go ahead and ask us a question, please.
All right, so here's your Christmas question. How or does your family know you love them? And how do they know? I don't remember if I'm supposed to answer this or not, but I'll just leave it to you guys. You're the pros after all. Merry Christmas.
That's an interesting question.
You had to go deep, Tom.
We would all, well, for sure, to get an honest answer, a truthful answer, we would have to bring the family in here and have them answer it, right?
Which, coincidentally, is one way that my family knows that I love them, and that I don't ask them to come into the shop while we're filming. So, that's one thing I do for them.
I, on the other hand, have invited my son to be here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And my favorite son-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. Do they know? How do they know that I love them? this kind of also gets into love language thing because, like, Jandy's love language is acts of service. So she appreciates when someone thoughtfully takes care of something without her having to think about it or without her having to ask 7 times.
Right.
Doesn't bother her to ask one time if it's something that someone hadn't noticed, but when it becomes multiple times and now she's having to feel like she's begging or commanding, and unfortunately she has to beg and command an awful lot. Part of that has to do with my travel. You know, my luggage will get left somewhere. You know, in my mind, I'm leaving in 2 days, so it doesn't really make sense to completely drain my luggage because I'll leave my shaving kit and a few other things in there if I'm going to do a quick turnaround. And maybe there's some clothes that I didn't wear, socks, underwear, things like that. I'll leave those in the luggage. I'm about to repack the thing, and so there are a few spots in the house that to me are nice little luggage nooks, but they're not really where the luggage goes, right?
Right.
Is it the end of the world to take my luggage, even if it has a few remaining articles in it, to take it out to the garage and put it away? Yes, it is. It's the end of the world. But it's situations like that that I know that Jandy appreciates as signs that I care for her and am caring for her. I am not that way at all. That's not my love language, and so that is unfortunately not my go-to way of thinking about how I'm showing love for my wife. In fact, I might say something about, hey, I got this or that done for you. Shouldn't want to hear that either, because it's not for me, it's for us, it's for the house. You know, putting your luggage away is not for me. But then it is. So, anyway, I don't know how to answer this question because for each of the grandkids and for each of my children and my wife and others, it's different. So, do they feel like I love them? I don't think so. I'm counting on the fact that they love me.
So to be clear,
I'm the patriarch. That's my job.
Well, to be clear, the question I don't think it wasn't do they feel that you love them, but do they know that you love them? Which
Right.
I think can be two different things, and I don't know that. I think that sometimes we might know that someone loves us without them taking time to show their love, without them giving us care and attention. You know, it's kind of almost the classic "I love you, but I don't like you" scenario. And so, you know, I know that there are. So for me, some of the things that I've been that have happened recently, that have been ways that I am intentionally trying to show love to my family. I've made a concerted effort, especially when at home, to cut back on technology use and spend more focused time with each of my kids and my wife, getting down to the floor to play games, turning the TV off, and spending more focused time wrestling and doing these things that I realize
While you're on the floor, you might as well do those
might
things,
as
right?
well do those things, yeah. You know, one way I think that my wife, one way that I have shown love to my wife recently is with the passing of her father. So she knows that I love her, and my presence being there to give her love and support is expected, I think. But one of the things that I have made a very conscious effort to not do is to not problem solve, to not try to give advice or perspective.
You know what you ought to do.
Right. Really just make I've made a concerted effort to just shut up and be there. Shut up and be just with her. And she recognizes that that's not a natural place for me. That's not something that comes naturally, but it's been very intentional. And so, not only does she appreciate that I've been there and am supporting her and loving her, but she also recognizes that this is something extra that I'm because I love her. I've been extra intentional about really giving her what I think she needs during this time. So,
So you would say that she knows that you love her?
I think so. I think probably. Yeah. We're one other thing this time of year that we've tried to do with family and some friends is my family has cut back on Christmas spending with the intention.
Which side of your family?
Well, all of them. They're all getting
Really?
a little less from us.
Have you seen the garden tub at our house?
I did not say. I said my family.
I'm part of your family.
Me, my wife, and my children.
I feel like that you love me.
You'll find out just how much it come Christmas Day. No, we've cut back on gifts with just buying junk. We've cut back on buying junk, and instead of trying to be intentional about the gifts that we give and putting energy and time into things or taking people out for dinner or coffee and being more relational to show that we love instead of just a hey, I ordered this thing for you on Amazon.
But Amazon delivers
sort of
junk within 2 days.
I know, it's amazing. It's a 2-day return on love.
Did you
Pretty
see
great.
your mom's tweezers?
I'm
just saying.
I did not see her tweezers, but they did inspire me to buy a set of my own. So that conversation, thank you for that. So yeah,
Great tweezers.
I think they know. I think they know I love them. Maybe.
All right, so this became a much deeper episode than I expected it to.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. So how about you? First off, have you had this plum pudding?
Plum cake. I don't hate it.
Plum cake? We haven't been smoking it.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you hate it?
I don't hate it, but it's also not nowhere near great. Thanks, Thom. We have a lot of it now.
True.
But anyway, and how about you? Do the folks around you that you love, do they know that you love them? And if so, how do they know?
And if not, spend some extra time while you have a few days off, helping to make sure they know.
Yeah, not problem solving. Just be there and care for them.
That's right.
So,
Move your luggage.
all right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow, and make it a great day.
Bye.